Hey guys, I'm Allison. I'm the Pampered Wife. I've got a video today of some lovely products that I just can't seem to bring myself to use. It's not so much the product's fault as it is personal preference, but we all have products in our collections that we spent good money on, that are good products. We can't quite figure out why we won't use them, yet we just don't use them. So that's what this collection is for me. Let's go ahead and jump in. So interestingly enough, I have two products from RMS. The first one is this Living Glow Face and Body Powder. I have the smaller size. It comes in two sizes, and this is 0.14 ounces. It's $16, quite affordable. It's a beautiful product. It's this shimmery bronzing powder for the face and body. It comes with this little powder puff, and it does have these holes. I'm being careful because it is quite glittery. That was just one teeny little pat, and it's really, really pretty, just super glittery, not too pigmented, especially if I were to dust it as a highlighter on maybe my collarbones, my cheekbones. I could use it on my eyes. I just don't. I have other products that I use. I have other products that I prefer, and that was the slightest, littlest bit. Like, you could really go to town with this. And I think a younger person or a person who is just more into glitters, and especially like a gold tone, but it's not a reddish gold, it's a real yellowy gold. So someone into this kind of tone and shimmer, I think, would love it. That's not me. It's almost like diamond dust. And this is the same sort of finish that's in the RMS blushes, the brand new blushes, and I don't remember their name, but I went into Aaliyah and tried them because I thought I'd pick them up, and it had the same kind of diamond dust shimmer to it, and that's just not my style. So this is the first thing that's going. It's cute modern packaging. Like, I like it. It's like a lucite packaging, and you heard that? The top clicks in place so you could really travel with it, keep the powder puff in. This will be passed on. The next is also from RMS. It is the Creaseless Eye Light in the shade Blaze, which is a muted silvery mauve. It comes in aluminum packaging. It comes with a little key that you can turn to really get every last bit of product out. My first impression of this was disappointing because I live at a high altitude, and when I took the top off, so much of the product came zooming out. You can see it's coming out now all on its own, so I'm gonna have to put the top back on, but I will put some on the back of my hand. Now, another product that's beautiful. I actually love the shade, and you can see, I haven't even touched it, but how I put it on my hand, you can actually see the shine of it and the shade. I love the shade, I love the shine. I think it's beautiful. It feels like more of a whipped kind of creamy product, and when you put it on, it dries down completely. It did wear very nicely. The problem is it irritated my eyes, the inner corners. And a lot of products that have any kind of shimmer to them really, I find, irritate my eyes in the inner corners. I'm just sensitive. That's just me. And already it's about dried down. And you can work with it easily, you know, before it dries down, or even now I'm still able to blur the edges a little bit. So you can deepen the shade, you can sheer it out. It wears beautifully. I'm the only person I know of who is not in love with this product, and the reason being, like I said, because it irritates my eyes. So this also will be gifted. It does come in 6 shades. This is just the only shade I have, and I won't be purchasing another. I mean, look how gorgeous that is. How it sort of has like a orangey red reflect, and then that silvery purple. It's really cool, and I love it. I just can't wear it. Another product that is just too shimmery for me, and I just won't wear it, is this. Ooh, it's dirty. Let me wipe it off some so you can even see it. This is Seraphine Botanicals, which is a brand that I'm really interested in. This is the only product of theirs that I have and have ever tried, but I'm interested in trying more. Comment below if you've tried Seraphine Botanicals, what you think of it, or if you've ever heard of it. Or if you'd like me to try anything from them, let me know. Make a suggestion. Anyway, this is the Ginger and Gold Illuminating Peach Gold Blush. I think mine cracked when it was shipped to me because I feel like it's more of a pressed or baked powder. I think it was probably baked. You can see how it all crumbled. Let me show you. I'll just use my finger to press some in here. It's a really pretty shade and I think I'd enjoy it. I would use this on my eyes in a heartbeat if I felt like this shade looked good on me. But here it is built up. It's a very comfortable powder to touch and use, almost a smooth, almost creamy powder. I think it's really pretty. It's like a high, what do they call it? Well, I don't know, there isn't a name like bronzer for highlighting blush, but like the RMS blushes, the redimensioned RMS blushes that are out, this is a like highlighter blush. And I just prefer not to use something with shimmer in it. I've had it all this time and I've never used it. It doesn't look that shimmery in the viewfinder compared to the other two items. Anyway, so this shade is not perfect for me. It's just a little too peachy, maybe. You can see I'm more of a neutral or cool tone, and this just isn't a good shade for me. And like I said, it's usually a bit shimmery, but it's not looking too shimmery now. But for me it is. You'll just have to trust me on that. And I don't like the shade. This too will be passed on. It's gonna find a good home, don't you worry. This is the Jones Road Miracle Balm. I have the shade Magic Hour. It's described as a light reflecting bronze with silver and gold shimmer. I'm sure you've all heard about this product. It's Bobbi Brown's company, the Miracle Balm. I did a review on it, I'll link that. I'll put a card up here and everything I talk about will be linked in the description box below. I'll also link the video below. It's a balm and I haven't figured out how to use it. I used it, I've tried more than once. It basically works as a highlighter and otherwise just a balm that never dries down. I'll go ahead and put some on. You have to break the seal first. I have no complaints about the shade. I just don't understand how I would ever use this. Let's see, it's $38. How I would ever use all this. Unless I used it every day. There's the shade. It's quite nice. It could be like a bronzer on me, a bronzer highlighter. It does have a scent that I don't really care for. It's just essential oils. Let's see. I don't have highlighter on. This product I am going to hold on to and try to figure out how to use. See, my hair's already stuck to it. I can still smell it on my face. You saw my hair stick to it. I think over time eventually, like hours, it does dry down some. I'm gonna try to figure out a way to use this. I have a feeling I'm gonna like it more when it's cooler and drier out because my face will be drier and the added moisture might be nice. Believe it or not, I don't spend hours in the morning getting ready. I get up, I put on typically only a moisturizing sunscreen that's tinted, putting this on, waiting for this to dry down, and then do I put a foundation on top of it? Now I'm feeling like I have too many layers on my skin. Or do I put this on under my sunscreen, but then will the sunscreen be as effective? I just don't know. So I really haven't figured this out. I could see if I just wore a foundation, putting it on under the foundation or using it as a highlighter, but I don't want sticky things on my face. I don't like it on my eyes at all. It remains sticky. I feel my eyelids sticking together, and I don't ever like to put something with essential oils on my eyelids either. So like I said, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm still gonna give it a try. I just haven't figured it out. I'd appreciate suggestions below. If you've tried it and you found a way to use it, or if you love it, it's just a problem. I don't know, it's just a challenging product for me. Now we've got the Kosas 10-second eyeshadow. Oh, I can't even read it with this thing. Strobe. I have the shade Strobe. This has been reformulated. This is a new formulation. They renamed it to 10-second eye gel watercolor eyeshadow. I'm looking on Credo's website. Maybe I got this at Sephora and maybe they don't have this shade at Credo. It's available in 6 shades. I just have no interest. Like, I think I tried it the first time I got it And that was about it. Nothing about it really appeals to me. I really like the Ilia cream eyeshadows. Ooh, they came out with a matte eyeshadow, whatever the Ilia ones are that come in this. I can't think of what they're called. I'm totally getting one. I'm just trying to pick a shade. Getting off topic. Okay, so here it is. It's thin. I know it says it doesn't have glitter, but it feels like it does have small glitter particles in it. You can sheer it out to almost nothing. Maybe it's the shade. I would just much rather have something like the RMS. I just think it's so much more unique and it's a nicer formula, and this just does nothing for me, so I'm gonna pass it on. I have no interest in using it or trying another shade. These are two Suntegrity SPF lip glosses. They're both SPF 25. You can see I've not used hardly any. I actually love both the shades. This is Pink Paradise and this is Creamsicle. I will swatch them both. I truly love both the shades. I don't typically go for peaches, but this is more of a nude and I love them. They are very shimmery on the lip. I don't like the way they feel. To me, they feel just a little greasy, but very thin, and they're not at all moisturizing. I do like to use them as a highlighter or blush topper because of the added SPF, but I find I'm really not using them, and before they expire and go bad, I'm gonna pass them on. Hopefully my sister will use them. I really haven't used them on my lips. It's been a very long time and I'm not sure how many times I use them. So hopefully she'd consider using them, but they're really pretty. They're just not comfortable for me for skincare, but my sister lives in a more humid climate. I live in a dry climate. I really think that affects, or I know that that affects how products feel and wear. Another one that I'm passing on is the Habit Cosmetics Multi-Use Creme Color in Exhibit A. I recently swatched and showed this in my blush video. I love the shade. It's got an aluminum top, glass pot, great for reusing. My problem with this is it's difficult for me to use. I mean, it's gorgeous. I'm gonna swatch it here. Oh, it's so pretty. I said it stained in my video, but I don't think it does. It has a little bit of a sweet smell. I absolutely love the shade. I usually apply it with my finger and tap it on. Well, I'll go ahead and do that on one side. I just have products that are easier to use and apply. So it's a beautiful shade, a lot of color. Maybe it'd be easier for me to use with a brush. It's a Thick Glow double-ended brush. It's densely packed but not too firm. And it's just too pigmented and I lose control. Now I'm gonna spend the rest of the video looking like a clown. Trying to make the best of a bad situation by putting it all over my face. Last but not least, and this one pains me, this is the Ametrine Mini Crystal Palette from Athr. Athr makes beautiful eyeshadows. This one, I love their 4 pans. I have at least one other. This one I bought looking at it online, like a lot of stuff that I've purchased in the recent history, past few years. It turns out, and the packaging has changed. I don't think she includes these plastic sheets anymore, and it no longer has a rubber band. But it turns out it's just too, whoop, my dog just bumped into the camera. The shades are just too deep, they're too dark, and I find that I don't wear them. When I do wear them, I don't like the way I look. I feel like I look like I've been crying, and since they're unflattering on me, there's no reason for me to hold on to this. This one here is rose gold, and I feel like if this were lighter and brighter, maybe had a little more white in it, it would save the whole palette for me. But instead, it doesn't do enough lightening and brightening, so I have no shade to use as an inner corner highlight or to put in the center of my lids to brighten things up. I mean, they really are nice. So I went here, 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 here. Connection, Copper Rose, Rose Gold, and Spiritual Realm. And Rose Gold really is a beautiful shade. I just needed it to be more pink with a little more white than rosy and goldy, and that's my fault. I love this shade up here, Connection. I think it's a gorgeous mauve. It's matte. I think it's really pretty. I really like the shades. Just on me, it's too dark overall, and you got the picture. It's a beautiful palette. It will find a new home. I think it will be well loved. It's going. I really can't tell in this light if there's a difference between where I put that Jones Road Balm and where I didn't. I'm curious. I'm gonna go ahead and apply it to the other side just to even things out. Now, I also feel like it's sort of melted into the skin and has migrated to under my eye a little bit. I don't like that at all. This product may end up going. Let me know your thoughts on these products, or what you have bought that you think is a lovely product but just can't get yourself to use. I'd love to know if it's anything I love. You know, we all have different loves and things that we use that other people find intolerable. So I'd love to hear from you down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it at any point. I'd love to have you subscribe. And as always, I hope you find some time to pamper yourself today. Bye.